Good morning. Welcome to the Community for Conscious Living weekly live broadcast. Today is Sunday, December 8th of 2024. The Community for Conscious Living is a community dedicated to personal transformation for universal harmony, healing the planet by making inspired changes in ourselves and in our daily lives that create a sustainable environment and a peaceful world. Our topic today is on reflections of our personal growth for the year of 2024. A lot has happened during that time. Muhyiddin ibn Arabi said, intention is what gives meaning to our actions. Interpretation is what gives meaning to our lives. So starting with intention and then finishing with interpretation, that reflection after, is a beautiful way to really glean meaning from our lives. What have we learned? How have we grown? What has been here for us to receive, to assimilate into our bodies? What do we still need to assimilate into our bodies, into our hearts, into our souls, to really give us the growth that we were intended to receive from this past year? Whether, regardless of whether you're thinking it was the best year ever or it was like some things could have gone better, it doesn't matter, because there's always something to learn. There's always something to grow from, to receive from. I never forget, I was watching the news one time when they were having the horrible wildfires in California, and this news anchor person, this journalist, was there with this man in front of his house just across the street, and his house is in the background of this giant inferno burning to the ground. And this journalist is saying, "Oh my gosh, you're losing everything. Everything you have is burning to the ground. How do you feel?" And puts a microphone in his face. And he says, "Well, the difference between a disaster and an adventure is attitude. And I'm going to make this an adventure." So I just love that. I'll never forget that phrase. And I'd have no idea who he was, whoever you were. Thank you for saying that. I've loved that and appreciated that and tried to take that into my heart from the time I heard it. And so, what's been your adventure this year? What's been the adventure that's there for you? And, how does that lead you to, it's good to know where you've come from, where you are, and now what you might want to take forward with you into the next year. But today we're going to do that reflection piece. We're going to look at reflecting on how has this last year been for you? What have you learned from it? What can you really take in and assimilate into all the layers of your consciousness so that you are fully integrated and set for moving forward from here? All right, so let's go ahead and come into our circle. Let's come into our meditation and healing circle, sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one. And so we come together, sitting side by side, making a circle. So imagine the hub at the center of our wheel. And from that hub, there's a spoke going to each one of our hearts. And our hearts meet as one in the center. And together, let's bring our hearts together to call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. Just imagine, feel, experience in whatever way you do this pure divine light streaming into the center of our circle, right into that hub of the wheel, that spoke moving into your heart. And just let this light move into your heart and into your body. It's filling all of the space in front of you and around you, surrounding you with pure light. And let yourself be surrounded in this pure light. Let it penetrate through your pores, through your skin, through your tissues and your fluids, and all the way into your bones, filling you with pure divine light, the light of illumination, the light of purification, the light of truth. Let this light cleanse and purify you first. Cleanse and purify any of the old clutter, any of the loose ends, any of the old belief patterns, any of the voices that say, I didn't get anything out of this last year, any of those things. It was horrible. There may be some truth in that, but let's go ahead and just make an intention if it feels right for you. Excuse me. And if you will, make an intention that, I'm so sorry, that this light, make an intention that this light cleanse and purify those places inside of you. Anything holding the hopelessness, the despair, the negativity, just let that be cleansed and purified by this pure divine light. Let this light be like a heat seeking. It goes and cleans up those places. Cleansing, purifying. And as it cleanses and purifies, let it illuminate truth. What is the truth that is there for you, waiting to be revealed? A lot of times right underneath that layer of negativity, despair, depression, any of that, you just kind of let that top layer be burnt off. This truth is right underneath it, waiting to emerge, to be seen, to be known. So let the light illuminate that truth. The divine name for the pure divine light is Nur, N-U-R, Nur. So just let that call on Ya Nur, calling on that vibration of pure divine light. Stream into your body and just let this light, feel this light as it moves through the top of your head and runs along the very core of your body, halfway front to back, halfway side to side. Let that light stream through the top of your head and move all the way down your body vertically, right in the very center, halfway front to back, halfway side to side. Just imagine a pillar moving through your body from the top of your head all the way through your head and through your throat, through your heart space, through your solar plexus, through your sacral center, and through your base. And this is pure divine light, a pillar of pure light. Cleansing, purifying, and illuminating your truth. And just take a minute and with your next inhale, just make a call to all the parts of yourself that may be scattered about, that may be focused on other things, and make that call to all the parts of yourself. And as you inhale, draw them into this vertical core. And as you exhale, drop down and land into your pelvic bowl, land into your hips, and invite this whole core of all the parts of yourself, right? Invite them into this core. Just immerse into this pure light, pure divine light that's streaming through the center of your body. Again, inhale, draw all the parts of yourself into this vertical core. Exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, and let all of these parts of yourself lean into this vertical core of pure divine light and immerse into this light. Be absorbed into the light and infused with this light. Pure light. Ya Nur, Ya Nur, Ya Nur. Landing into your hips, leaning into your spine, into this vertical core, infusing in with this pure divine light. And just focus on your heart center. And just notice if your heart is feeling a little guarded or tense, give some tapping around your heart space, tapping with your fingertips around that heart center. And you can tap all the way up under your collarbones on each side and just let that loosen up any of that armor that sits over the top of our hearts. And you can inhale that pure divine light into that space. And as you exhale, just blow out that clutter. Also, if you take your fingertips and feather down the sides of your neck from like the base of your ear down to your collarbone on each side, and let that kind of cleanse out that clutter of from the lymphatic system there, let that drain. Open up those pathways as well. And give your jaw a stretch. And again, facing that hub at the center of our circle, let's call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your unconditional love. This unconditional love, just imagine this pure unconditional love streaming into the center of our circle. In your heart center that you were just tapping on, there's a funnel of energy that extends from the front of your heart center. Face that directly into this stream of unconditional love as it streams into the center of our circle. And just let your heart center catch this stream of unconditional love as it streams in. And use your heart center like a breathing portal and breathe in through this heart center and take this pure unconditional love deep into the center of your heart space. Your heart center, it streams all the way in through your heart space into the center of your body. Just let this, as you inhale, take it in deeper. As you exhale, to blow out any of the clutter, kind of excavating with your breath. And with each breath, take this unconditional love in deeper and deeper into your heart space. And again, uprighting your spine, lengthen your spine, land into your pelvic bowl, lean into this vertical core, and let this unconditional love stream in through your heart center and pour into that vertical core. Like if your conscious body is resting into that vertical core and immersing into this light, this pure divine light. Immersing into this pure divine light. Let yourself rest there and let this unconditional love pour through your heart center and into this core, filling your whole core with pure divine light and unconditional love. And you are there receiving this waterfall, and let your body be like a sponge. And as this waterfall of pure divine light and unconditional love pours over you, just receive and absorb that into every cell of your body. Absorb this pure divine light and unconditional love into every cell of your body. And breathe it in. Breathe it in and invite every cell to take this in, to be saturated, hydrated, satiated with this pure divine light and unconditional love. Let your whole being take that in into every cell of every fiber of your body, and use your breath to take that in and invite the cells to absorb it and take it in, so that every cell of your body is vibrating with pure divine light and unconditional love. Again, inhale, drawing everything into your vertical core. Exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, lean into this vertical core, and let yourself be immersed and Absorb all of this pure divine light, unconditional love, and open your whole being to receive and receive and receive this light of illumination, light of truth, cleansing, purifying water of unconditional love. Even those places that feel like they have conditions around love and whether or not they're worthy to receive it, let those be hydrated and saturated with this unconditional love as well, because the conditions come from us, not from the love itself. Let those places be surrounded, hydrated, satiated, saturated with pure, unconditional love. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself have this moment like like informing your heart and informing your body of this is what it feels like to be loved completely and unconditionally. Let your heart have the taste of that as your heart opens to receive this pure unconditional love. And just breathe with it. Inhale it in and exhale, release any tension and just let yourself drop in deeper and sink in deeper to this pure divine light and unconditional love. And again, we just call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your eternal compassion, Ya Rahman. The compassion is like the womb of this creation, the ocean of living consciousness. It surrounds, holds, contains everything in the compassion, in love and acceptance, protection, nourishment, nurturing, provision, everything contained within this ocean of living consciousness, within this womb of pure compassion. Let yourself just drop into and rest your whole being into this womb of safety, this womb of compassion, womb of total acceptance, of love, of mercy, again, of pure acceptance, of belonging, of connection. Not only do you belong, not only are you accepted, you are loved and cherished. You are wanted. You are loved. You are cherished. You are liked. Let your entire being rest into this ocean and feel. Let your body taste this feeling of being loved, accepted, illuminated, held, cherished, fully immersed and connected. And with each breath, draw all of the parts of yourself into this space to feel this with you. And as you exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl. Really sit into your hips. Lean into your spine, lengthen your spine, lean into this space. Lean into that space at the back of your heart center, leaning into the back of your heart, and receive, receive, receive. Receive, receive, receive. And let your whole being take a snapshot of what this feels like. Let this be your go-to place, your returning place that you go to, that you feel, that you experience. And from this place, just let yourself rest into a witness space, and imagine like inside your bubble of your psyche, right? You've got a whole, like a globe around you that contains your earth consciousness, your earth experience. And just imagine as you rest into this place at the center of your body, imagine yourself as a witness, as a moviegoer, right? And let this sphere be like a projection screen, projecting, and just reflect. Reflect on this past year of 2024, from January of 2024, and just notice what comes onto the screen. Doesn't have to be in order. Just notice what comes onto the screen in front of you. If you can recall, if you set intentions, recall those intentions that you may have set for this year. Remember, intentions give meaning to our actions. Intention gives meaning to our actions. So what intentions did you set for this year? If you did. And as you notice those memories from 2024 that are coming onto your projection screen, just notice if that intention made its way through those things. Sometimes we set intentions and then we forget that we ever set the intentions, and life happens and we forget. But if we look back, we can see how our intentions got woven in to the things that happened for us during the time. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Just take a look and notice. See if you can do it purely without judgment, just from a place of what's on the movie screen. Haven't seen this movie before, and we're going to look at it from where, if you did, you watch a movie a second time, you always get more out of it. So let this be like watching the movie. What were the expectations you had before the movie played out? And how did the movie play out? What of it played according to your expectations or your intentions? And remember, it can be a disaster or an adventure. Let it be an adventure. The difference between a disaster and adventure is attitude. So see if you can just look at it from the perspective of, how did I relate to those things? Or how am I relating to those things now? And what is that telling me about what I feel and what I need moving forward? Right? Or what you needed in the moment, actually, is probably a better question for this point in time. And just notice. And notice what moves in your heart as these things float across the screen. What was here for you to learn from this past year? And how did you grow from what you learned? Or is there still some growth? Maybe you've been in a stuck pattern with it, and there's still some growth to happen. Well, just notice. What were your memorable events? And pick one. Let's just pick one. What was a memorable event for you in this past year? And what is here for you to learn from this event? And how do you learn from it? Notice as this pops in front of on your movie screen in front of you, notice how your heart responds. Notice how your body responds. Notice how your breath moves, right? As your breath get faster, slower, deeper, shallower. Does your heart rate increase, or do you relax and slow down? Do you feel yourself coming up and out of your body or relaxing deeper in? Just notice how your body responds to what is in front of you on the screen. And notice what your heart feels, your emotional heart. Notice what your heart feels. And just be present with that and observe, because this is all information on your Earth body's dashboard that is informing you about your journey. It's giving you like lights on your dashboard of your car. It tells you where you are. It tells you what's needed. It's all signals. So as you notice it, just ask yourself, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? And breathe into that and let yourself drop again a layer deeper into your body and into your heart. And feel into your heart. What are you feeling? Breathe into your heart. What are you feeling? Drop in deeper into that space in the back of your heart. And then ask yourself, what do I need? What do I need? And if you find yourself popping out and saying, I need for so-and-so to do something different so I can have what I need, okay, that's fine. It may be true, but let yourself drop in deeper and let this be about you. What do you need in your heart? What would you get from that? What do you need in your heart? Like your first order experience. Do you need compassion? Do you need love? Do you need assurance? Do you need safety? Do you need strength? Do you need confidence? Do you need forgiveness? Do you need trust? Do you need to be valued? Do you need to be seen? Do you need to be understood? Do you need to be listened to and heard? You need to feel that you have purpose and meaning. What is that for you? Do you need to know that you are okay? You are not damaged. You are not defective. You are not wrong. You are a beautiful being of light. Just let yourself drop into that place of need in your heart. What is that telling you? Let yourself feel and just be present with that need and feel it. Breathe into it. You feel it in your heart. Breathe into your heart and let yourself feel it. And drop in even a layer deeper. What does that tell you about what is important to you? What is important to you? All right, when you know what you feel, you know what you need, you know why that is, or not necessarily why, but what is important to you about this. It's like your core value system. It's identifying your core values. What do you value? What is important to you? Let yourself drop in and feel that. What is important to you? What are your values? And let yourself really own your values. You're entitled to your values. When you find this is what I value, this is what's important to me, right? What does that tell you about what you know, right? That, again, take an inhale into your heart space and drop in a layer deeper. Your values tell you about what you know to be true in the core of your being, how you are wired to know truth. What is true for you? What do you know to be true? Right? What is a truth that this value stems from? What do you know to be true? And what does that tell you about who you are as a being of light and love and compassion? And all of this is contained within you. And to reinforce this that is contained within you of who you are, take a deep breath into that deep center of your heart and just call directly on your source, like turning directly to face your source, and just call on that, like that divine power, right? Because this, who you are inside of yourself, is a reflection of the divine powers, is a reflection of the light of your source. And this light of your source has many facets, many jewels to it. So what is this facet of that light from your source that's reflected through you? Just call on your source and let your source just really beam that into that place in your heart and illuminate that core inside of you that already knows and already is. And just let that internal part of you be strengthened, be illuminated. Let it fill your core with this knowing of who you are. And let it strengthen. Let it really strengthen the vibration of it. And let that now from your core just vibrate out into every cell of your body and carry this knowing into the consciousness of every cell of your body. Invite your cells to open and receive this and to resonate with this vibration. So in every cell of every fiber of your being, in every tissue, in every fluid, in every bone, in every organ, knows this as a core of who you are. And it moves through your being all the way into your soul to evolve the soul. And your whole vibration, your body, mind, heart, soul, shifts to consciously embody this knowing of who you are. Right? This is how we really grow. We learn, we grow, we assimilate the growth into every fiber of our being, into every layer of our consciousness, body, mind, heart, and soul. It aligns with the core spirit, with the core truth, so that we really be who we are created to be. We take in all of our experiences, we learn, we grow, and we evolve. Let your whole being resonate, body, mind, heart, soul, resonating with this vibration of who you know yourself to be based on what you've learned. And you can do this with more experiences as they come up and more memories. Each one may show you something a little bit different about yourself, about what you know, what you value, what's right. The first thing is, what do you feel as this comes across the screen in front of you? What do you feel in your body? What do you experience in your body? With your breath, your heart rate, tingling sensations, tensions, openings, elations, whatever you may feel in your body. And let yourself be present with that as you witness what's memory is coming in front of you. Then feel in your heart. What does your heart feel? Is there an emotion that comes up? What is your heart feeling? And as you be present with that and let yourself feel, breathe into your heart center and drop in deeper, right? You're aligned in your vertical core of light. You're leaning into that vertical core, filled with unconditional love, held in compassion, and you're witnessing. Drop in deeper into your heart. What is that telling you about what you feel? I'll say feeling, what you feel. What does that tell you about what you need? And what you need inside of yourself, right? Your first order experiences of love, compassion, acceptance, connection, safety, honesty, integrity, truth, forgiveness, gratefulness, meaning, purpose, to be valued, to be seen, to be heard, to be acknowledged. What are those things for you that you need? You need more joy, you need laughter, you need love. And as you notice what you need, drop in, breathe into it, drop in a layer deeper. What does that tell you about what is important to you, what you value, your value system, your core values? Own it, right? Own it. Yes, this is what is important to me. Yes, this is what I value, right? And breathe into that. Let it fill that vertical core of your spine. Let it strengthen you along your vertical core. Breathe and drop in deeper. I value, that tells you about what you know. What do you know to be true in your being? I value this because I know this to be true. What does it tell you about the truth that you know? Inside your core, right? And let that truth, let it strengthen your inner core, that pillar inside at the very center of your body, let it strengthen it. This is what you know to be true. And what you know to be true tells you about who you are, because I am, right? I know that I value honesty and integrity, right? Because I know that it is important. Why do I value honesty and integrity? Because I value trust. I value a world in which we can trust and rely and cooperate. Right? I know that to be true of the human existence, that we have that ability, that capability, and that is what is important to our sustainability and our survival. And I know that we human beings have that capacity for trust, honesty, integrity, and accountability. What does that tell you about who you are? And let that strengthen your spine. Let it strengthen your spinal column. Let it strengthen this core light that moves through the center of your body. And turn directly to your source, call on your source, and ask for that divine power to be streamed into your body through your heart, through the top of your head. Right? It's already there. But as the divine power from your source is it's like tapping a tuning fork, right? You tap one tuning fork and put it next to the other tuning fork, and the other tuning fork starts to resonate with the same vibration, the same sound. So let your body be that tuning fork. Call on your source to tap the big divine power tuning fork and put it next to yours, and let that really vibrate through the core of your being. Who you are, this divine power that was breathed into you for you to know as you learn through your life experiences the truth of who you are. And let that resonate really strong inside of you. The vibration gets stronger and stronger inside of you. And just own it. I am. I am. And as that resonates in your core, let it emanate out to every cell of your body. Invite every cell of your body to take this in to its consciousness, to its conscious knowing. Because you know the truth of who you are. Let every cell of every fiber of your being, your skin, your hair, your tissues, your fluids, your organs, your bones, every cell of every fiber of your being, your whole nervous system, know and resonate with the truth of who you are. Kun fayakun, be and it is. Kun fayakun, be and it is. Kun fayakun, be and it is. And let your source, everything turn directly to your source. And let your heart bow in gratitude. And say thank you for what you've received and how you've been grown. Receive this growth. And let this just move through every fiber of your being, your body, your mind, your heart, and all the way into your soul to evolve your soul. And let all of your being bow in gratitude and say thank you to your source, thank you to your guides, to your healers, helpers, to your angels, And let that really anchor in deep into your consciousness. Really receive and assimilate all of the growth from everything that has occurred for you in this past year. Take it all the way in. Let it really add the meaning to your life, right? Interpretation is what adds meaning to your life. How you interpret it and what you do with that interpretation, you've taken that into assimilate all the way into your whole being. Kun fayakun. All right, and next week we'll look at, okay, now that we've really taken in and gleaned the meaning from this, what we've learned in 2024. All right, this recording will be up. You can use it again and work with it more and really take in, what did you learn from 2024? What did that tell you about who you are, about the divine powers within you? How do you assimilate those into your body, mind, heart, soul, and really let yourself vibrate with this divine powers, this spirit that is within you, that inhabits your body, that gives you breath and consciousness into your physical form. Let every fiber of your being align with that and resonate with that so that your whole being evolves to more and more into the truth and alignment of who you are and what you're created to be, right? And then next week we'll look at, I think next week we look at moving forward. I don't remember exactly, but it's something that's going to follow this. I got it all laid out. Oh, so I hope you'll join us next week as well. So we're going to open for Q&A. If you are listening to the recording, you're invited to join us live on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. Find information for joining us live at communityforconsciousliving.com, communityforconsciousliving.com. When you're there, sign up to receive the reminders and replays, and you'll receive 2 free gifts. One is a download of just a one sheet, not just a one sheet. It is a one sheet, something you can take in very easily. 10 spiritual principles of our human existence, who we are, what this earth journey is about, help us to keep things in perspective. And you also receive a 15-minute downloadable guided meditation that I hope you'll make a part of your daily practice to help you to remember the truth of who you are, the pure divine light, the unconditional love, and the eternal compassion, the truth of who you are at the core of your being. All right, with that, I thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you next week. And if you're on, stay with us for Q&A.